Well, good evening wherever you are on this most pleasant evening. As you can see, there's been a terrific atmosphere here. There is great expectation, excitement, and it has built nicely in these idyllic conditions. Conditions which are certainly playing their part in creating a glorious ambience. It's quite a struggle to get in here. Points of access hard to come by, and an awful lot of people gathering to get through the gates. But regardless of that, there's a great feel here and much excitement for the game ahead. So Manchester welcomes yet another grand fixture, all present here at one of English football's grandest shrines. The national anthem of Argentina rings out. Well, that has got the juices flowing, and now this. They appear to be shaping up in a 4-4-2 formation.
I think it gets a terrible raw deal these days. It's deemed old-fashioned, outdated, but in truth, with the right personnel, it works just as well as any other system or formation. Success can still be had with it, and teams are still winning big trophies with exactly this setup.
And that gets things running. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, this guy, Rodrigo de Paul, is one of the very best when it comes to moving the ball into the final third, and the stats back that up. He's so good at breaking lines, it seems he just seems to know instinctively the spaces he can exploit.
Okay, interesting.
Martinez really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
He's got to be in here! That's very neat. Can he finish? Now, who's going to be first to this? Danger averted for now. Garnacho. And it's played forward. Well, he's felt that, hasn't he? Well, that looks a foul. Yeah, referee's given it.
Well, when the options aren't quite present in the box, it's the crosser's interest to hold on for the support.
Montiel. Looking to hit the front line. Oh, can he get onto this? He's one up Martinez! There it is!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
That was a given. It always was.
Peter, that was just a defensive act of generosity that was always going to have a painful ending.
Argentina gain their reward with an early goal. Lee Kang-in and Kim Min-jae. Son Heung-min, now he's off and running. Hwang Hee-chan. Lee Kang-in. Now it's Lee Kang-in. Towering header! Decent enough try.
Hwang Hee-chan just denied by a lick of paint. We're talking centimetres.
McAllister. Tagliafico. Petzela. For De Paul. Played long and they could be in here. Oh, that's a key interception. Hwang Hee-chan. De Paul. Martinez, and he's had it nicked away. Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Lee Kang-in. Proves too strong. Montiel. De Paul. And Garnacho. McAllister. Tagliafico. Lee Kang-in. Oh, strongly challenged there. He's a sharp little ball here.
Yeah, this kind of bold running will always get you into areas of possibility.
Referee has just said play on. South Korea are already trailing here early on. They cannot afford to let this get worse.
Well, I would say that they've only got themselves to blame, Peter. They've been caught cold.
Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
Lee Kang-in. Oh, that's nice. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Now it's Lee Kang-in. Very nicely done. Aimed it, climbs up big! Petzela clears. Now it's Martinez. Over to the left. Oh, good determined running there, but one back by the defence.
Oh, look, his determination needed to be greater than the obstacle he was faced with, and it wasn't.
Lee Kang-in. Out for a throw. Good spot, he's seen the run. Oh, perfectly measured that. And Martinez! Great build-up, it all deserved a better ending.
The timing of the pass and run was exquisite.
Lee Kang-in. And that has left him in a heap. Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on. No, that's been intercepted. Forwards and with intent. Lee Kang-in. Lovely feet. Played into the middle. Martinez has that under control. Might be Dave. There's the hit! He's got it all!
Well, there's always a chance of being caught like that when you surrender the football.
Has certainly made things interesting.
Look, get your seatbelts on because this is showing all the signs of another roller coaster ride.
McAllister. That's been drilled forward. Forward it goes. Son Heung-min. Shot a goal! Goal! Republic of Korea! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. Son Heung-min, a mere formality, nigh on a certainty, he is truly in the zone.
Well, how's that for composure, Peter? You can see the keeper tried to put as much pressure on him by staying upright, but it didn't faze him, not in the slightest.
South Korea get themselves into the lead.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Has a go! He has done it! And the lead lost no time at all.
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
No other outcome there. That was bang in the corner, unstoppable.
This is quite a battle.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
Just eases him off the ball. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was Garnacho! Shifted upfield. Played out towards the right wing. The ball is loose and the chase is on. De Paul. And it's Son Heung-min. Son Heung-min has been caught there, it's a foul. was wonderful in every regard. Vision, concept, and considerable accuracy.
Well, he made it look effortless. Clearly a training ground perfectionist.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Petzela. Aim forwards. That's been cut out, well played. Opts for safety. Son-Heung-min. Pleasingly open affair so far. Goals wherever you look. This is promising. Lee Kang-in. Oh, the ball's run loose here. No, he didn't quite meet it right. A wonderful delivery, and all it needed was a touch.
Yeah, I just thought he wanted that more than anyone else on the pitch, and it was fully deserved. He gave it everything he had.
South Korea take a 2-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Played forward. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Now it's Hwang Hee-chan. Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good... It's one! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. He's pulled play back and has booked him for the original offence. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Lee Kang-in. That is lovely. And it's hoisted clear. Montiel to Messi. For De Paul. Montiel. And that is played back to front. Son-Heung-min. Now it's Hwang Hee-chan. Paredes to McAllister. Garnacho moved on forwards. Gets his pass away. He is just caressing the ball. Now there, and the shot! Sticks it away! Oh, the deftness of touch, received it delightfully and finished it off sumptuously. Argentina get themselves back into contention.
Listen, goals change games, and that has changed the whole complexion of this one. They have the momentum now.
Now it's Martinez. Lee Kang-in. And it's Son Heung-min. Oh, such a clever touch. Has a shot! Great effort, but no way through. Gently done. And that is as far as they're going to go. Lee Kang-in. Montiel is there, and he can get that clear. They've played it short. He's had it taken off him. And now a sudden chance to counter. Garnacho. Plays it from a quarterback position. Aim forwards. Clearly disappointed with that pass.
South Korea clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Paredes. Lee Kang-in. Played it again. Great leap! Harmlessly behind.
Oh, I'm not sure what he had in mind, and I don't think he knew either.
McAllister. Taliafico. Now Romero. To McAllister. Paredes. For De Paul. It's an inviting looking ball that. Now that's well seen too. And here's Messi. Played out to the right. Can he get onto this? Messi, and the shot! It's run loose, who's going to get there? Played over towards the opposite flank. Oh, sweet feet. Son Heung-min is fouled. Garnacho. Now it's De Paul. Garnacho. Garnacho. De Paul. Played out to the left flank. McAllister. Cross to the back post. And he's there to get it away. That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. De Paul. And Messi! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Messi is offering a right smile there.
Messi goes short. That's good play. Now here's the delivery, and he was alert to it. He's gone direct here. Son Heung-min does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Nice control. Oh, good spread. That's an excellent interception. Looking for the runner.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner. Messi with the short one. Ball driven towards the... Up to meet it! Good delivery, but no joy.
Well, plenty of moving targets.
That'll be the last act of the first half. Caution certainly not on the agenda here from both sides. Well, what a half, what a game we have here. The second half can't come soon enough. Here we go again. Romero. Petzela for De Paul. Played back to the goalkeeper. Kim Min-jae. Lee Kang-in. And it's Son Heung-min. That's a good run down the left. Tagliafico attempts a clearance. Oh, nice touch. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Tagliafico. Played towards the front line. Son Heung-min. De Paul producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Tagliafico. Garnacho. Lee Kang-in. Now it's Hwang Hee-chan.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to go.
Petzela for De Paul. McAllister, forwards and with intent. Lee Kang-in. And Son Heung-min. Now who's going to be first to this? Ball swung in. No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
South Korea go 2 up and into a position of real strength.
Well, everything is going to plan, Peter. A day for a regular managerial heartbeat, at least for one.
Hwang Hee-chan. South Korea have a free kick. And the shot's on here. Oh, the whistle's gone. What's he given? The referee's decided that he was fouled outside the box, and it is just a free kick. True beauty of a goal, so brilliantly executed. It's starting to look like a done deal now.
No doubt as to who has the momentum here now. The only doubt is how many is coming.
Messi. He's shifting through the gears here. Montiel, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward.
Argentina really don't seem to be so eager about their pressing just now.
Well, certainly compared to what we saw from them earlier in the game.
Well, I suspect it's a case of searching for a more defensive balance now, Peter.
And it's Son-Heung-min. Lee Kang-in. That's tidy. Hit into the middle. And that is not finding anyone. Garnacho. Martinez. Messi. Spread out to the left. Nice physical challenge. Hwang Hee-chan. Lee Kang-in could complete a hat-trick here, Jim. What do you reckon?
Well, I think he's got every chance, and he's got plenty of time too to get his third. And the way he's gone about this match, he looks very much like he could even end up getting more.
There's the shot! Tries to get it clear. South Korea can start a counter here. And he's managed to get free. Romero. And it's Messi. That's a good ball played into space. And it's the goalkeepers to claim. Lee Kang-in. Kim Min-jae. That's Lee Kang-in. And Kim Min-jae. Lee Kang-in. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Now it's Hwang Hee-chan. It's run loose here. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Messi, looking for options for movement. To Paul with the cross. Great chance! And it's Paredes. Muscular approach does pay off here. Well, the defence proved infallible then. But that won't be the last they'll see of him. Martinez. He could be in here. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. That is good strength. Forward it goes. Can he latch on to this? Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Messi. Montiel. And he skips past his man. And it's Messi. For De Paul. Foot in. Oh, no question, that's a foul. Defence can get it clear. Garnacho. Showing good feet. Great position here. Back in possession and ready to go again. Do have a chance to counter here. It's a good foot in there. Oh, he's caught him there, it's a free kick. Well, you might think he got off lightly, it is just a verbal warning.
Oh, Peter, what a lucky boy. A telling off as opposed to a sending off.
There's no getting past him. It's really well defended. Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
Son-Heung-min. Shifted upfield. Petzela gets rid without sophistication. No, he wasn't going to let him past. The ball did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Now it's Martinez. Martinez! A real chance and a real let-off.
Well, talking about a man on a mission, that was a super effort.
Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. De Paul. Threads one in. He's decent hit! It's in! And they are right back within touch!
Yeah, I'd call that transition with bite. They won it back and bit hard.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
Well, he's been on a crusade, and his first goal seemed to just whet the appetite.
So is this the start of a comeback? Hwang Hee-chan, Lee Kang-in. There's the shot! He should have put that one away.
Hwang Hee-chan should really have closed the game out then, and this could come back to haunt him.
Son-Heung-min. And it's Son-Heung-min. A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. De Paul. Garnacho. Tagliafico. Cleared without complication. Now it's Lee Kang-in. Cross goes in there. Brilliantly cut out. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. There's the cross. It's a clearance, but not much of one. Paredes. Lee Kang-in. And it's Son Heung-min. Interesting ball. Now it's Hwang Hee-chan.
Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
Oh, that's well spotted. Montiel. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
Lee Kang-in. Now Son Heung-min. Now it's Hwang Hee-chan. He is through here. Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. And there is concern on the faces of the players standing around him here.
It was a sterling effort, and at least he kept it on target. It was worth a go.
Garnacho. Lee Kang-in. Fiddles it through. And he cuts out the supply. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Oh, he's found some space here. That has been knocked clear. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Son Heung-min. Turns back here, probably the best option. Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. Oh, can he get onto this? McAllister. And it's Messi. Garnacho. Strong challenge, but well within the laws. Now, he's not played the ball, that's a foul. Well, he's playing innocent. He has every reason to. There could be trouble here. But for now, the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket.
Yeah, and he's dodged a big one there. He has to be squeaky clean from here.
Martinez. And that is a little undercooked. That's an untidy challenge. Free kick given. And that's going to be a booking. Now it's Lee Kang-in. Now it's Martinez. Messi. Garnacho. A searching ball that into space. Out of play for a goal kick. Kim Min-jae. And it's Son Heung-min. Now it's Hwang Hee-chan. De Paul. Messi. Time added on will be 2 minutes. to the left it goes. He's found some space. That's it! I think that's offside. Yes, it is. And it's Messi. Martinez. And there goes the final whistle.